Hey friends, it's Miss Givens again. So we're going to do a little more writing today. I've pulled out my personal narrative and I hope you've pulled out your piece of paper with your personal narrative too. If you haven't, you can pause this video and get it ready. So here's my narrative that I drew yesterday of when I walked my dog Lady, and I've left some white space at the bottom because we're going to write some words later this week. And today I'm going to add some details to my story, and I'm going to add a little bit of words to my picture, and you're going to be able to do that too. I'm going to tell you how, okay? All right, so here's my picture of when I walked Lady. I want to add a few details. I'm going to get a different color just to show you the details that I added today, but you're still going to use your pencil for today, okay? So let's pretend like this is my pencil. I want to add to her collar. She has a brand new collar, and it has like a little jewel on it, or crystal. It looks like her necklace. So I added that detail to Lady's collar. I'm going to add just a little bit more grass. She likes to go in the grassy areas, and I'm glad I have a leash, or she would run away from me in the grass. She loves the grass. She also likes to bark at the birds. I think I want to add a bird. Let me make sure you can see this. I'm going to add a bird over my head with some wings. There's its head and its beak. Lady loves to bark at the birds when we're walking. And this day when we walked, it started out sunny, and towards the end of the walk, I noticed a dark cloud coming up. And so I turned around, and Lady and I went back home because I thought it was about to rain. So I'm going to draw a dark cloud. That's a good detail for me to add to this story. We went for a walk. Lady loves to run in the grass. She likes to bark at the birds. And we saw a dark cloud, so we turned around and went home. Now I want to add some words to my picture. These are called labels. Sometimes when you draw a picture, and sometimes when illustrators illustrate a book, or authors illustrate their own book, they add some words inside their pictures called labels so that the reader knows what they're looking at in the picture. So what could I label in this picture? I could label the sun. So you might be thinking, Miss Givens, I don't know how to spell yet. I don't know how to spell words. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to sound out the word sun and label it in our picture. Say the word sun long and slow. Sun. I could hear 3 sounds. Sun. I'm going to write those sounds down. The first sound I heard was S. What letter says S? You're right, it's an S. So let me make an S. Now I'm not going to write it huge. I'm just labeling my sun. Ooh, there we go. So there's my S for sun, and I'm writing it right beside the sun in my picture. Let's see, what's the next sound? S. What letter says It's a U. That's right. Here's my U. All right. Sun. What letter says N? That's right. It's an N. The N says N. Okay, so I labeled the sun in my picture. What else could I label? How about the dog? Dog. All right. D. Og. Okay, so here's my sun, here's my dog. Let me label one more thing. I know. How about the bird? Bird. Okay, I'm going to write the sounds I hear. B. D. Bird. There's the bird. Now let me tell a little note to your adults and parents at this stage in your child's writing. They are going to spell a lot of words the way that they sound. It's not necessarily the conventional way of spelling a word. Bird, you're going to see a lot of words like B-R-D for bird. and that is okay right now. You'll notice in the phonemic awareness lessons that they do every day, we are focusing on sounds in words, and research shows that if a student can write the sounds that they hear quickly and efficiently, then conventional spelling comes easier to them at the end of kindergarten, all through first grade and second grade. At the end of kindergarten and all through first grade, students are going to learn vowel teams, like I with an R says O with an R says or, A with an R says R. They're going to learn those kind of spelling patterns, and if they already know how to spell words the way they sound, conventional spelling, the spelling you're used to in books, is going to come easier. So when I'm modeling how to spell, I write a lot of times the sounds that I hear, and your kids are going to do that too, and that's okay. So boys and girls, add your details to your story today and see if you can find at least one thing in your picture to label. I labeled 3 things. See if you can find at least one. Add some details and label, and tomorrow we'll talk about writing our story. I'll see you then. Bye.